All right, so once again, y'all, the Good Dope Podcast. Yours truly, DJ Hen, House Marley B in the building for you. You know what I mean? Just starting the day off a little bit better. It's that brand new Bryson Tiller, the remix Diddy. Got to move on. You know what I mean? What's up, Marley? How you feeling?
What's going on? What it do, boo? How y'all doing out there in the world today?
Yeah, what's going on with you? Talk to me.
I don't know. It seemed like we missed a week.
Yeah.
It was election day last Tuesday, so we didn't do our show. We did say we're going to do our show from
Well, you know how that worked out for us.
Carson Clyburns headquarters from
busy.
HP in Michigan, but we didnn't do that because it just didn't work out that way.
We was busy.
We were busy.
Mad busy.
We were busy, and unfortunately, our candidate did not bring it home. Not to any fault of the lack of campaigning. That's for sure.
Definitely not that. Definitely wasn't a shortage on the campaign side of it.
I want to talk about when in-house. When is it that I guess I got to sit back so I'm not cut off on your screen? When is enough when you're just really when you can stop being afraid of change?
You know, let me go on the record and say I am not a citizen of Highland Park.
Okay.
However, I
wasn't talking about Highland Park.
No, I mean, to me, I don't want my comment to be misconstrued for any other listeners. But when you talk about change, and I'm saying Highland Park directly because of being there on the ground and actually witnessing it from the campaign trail side, from actually being at the polling sites. I think when the people are in a place where they're complacent, they say they want change, and when it's right there at their grasp and at their fingertips, they don't run to it, they run from it.
Why do you think that is? Do you think that they're scared of someone taking over and them not having control?
I think that has something to do with it because of the simple fact of just the mentality of our people and traditionally how things have worked out in our favor. And I'm not talking about, any particular place, just overall in general, just for us as a people. You know what I mean? So I can understand that skepticism between them. I can understand them being like, nah, I ain't going for it. But like I was saying, when you got proven leadership, when you have transparency, when you have accountability, when you have the execution and the work that's being done, and you able to see it, it's tangible. You can actually put your hands on it and identify. You know what I mean? That's what's important to me. Not, I voted them because I know their name. You know what I mean? That doesn't really work. I mean, but I guess it do work. Because clearly it has. But even
like nobody really care about. Oh, I wouldn't say they didn't care about it, but they trust the name, so that means they trust the person.
Exactly. Without even knowing what they've actually done, if they're capable. Exactly. And even if they're capable of doing the job, have they done it? When they've been in the position, have they taken that step for you to be able to say, "Oh yeah, I know they're gonna do the job." You know what I mean? That's, to me, that's the world I want to exist in. You know what I mean? Let's get past all this other stuff. And I think realistically, after this election, with this midterm and this projected red wave that didn't happen, we're seeing the shift back to democracy, back to a center, in my opinion. Because clearly, people all over the country are saying, no, we ain't going to the election liars. For you people that's talking about this stuff with rigging, you ain't showed one bit of evidence. See, I'm with those people. Show me the evidence behind what you're saying. Because if you don't have no evidence, then we just wasted a whole lot of time.
I get that. I get that. So this election was very important.
Indeed.
And I think that the proposals that we needed to win
won. And that's the point. That's exactly the point.
Yeah. And I think that the governor, that turned out great. I just could not even imagine.
Exactly.
Going the other way.
Think about it. Think about what the choices was.
Yeah.
And we put in America, not just us, but America's like, no, we're not going down that path. I believe even with this runoff with Herschel Walker and Raphael Warnock, I think personally it's it's an insult, really. And I was listening to Steve Harvey on the way in, and he was talking about how the GOP decided to prop this guy up and put him in front of us to split the vote. You know what I mean? Like, we know it was a qualified white candidate out there, probably very well another Latino or anybody else, but you chose this dude to go up against one of us to block our whole movement.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
it's crazy.
The thing about it is the power is still in the people, and whether we want to believe that or not, like the power is still in the people, the power is still in the vote,
I agree.
And we can't give up. We have to definitely make sure that we are still fighting and fighting for our voices to be heard, because I mean, if we just stand down, then all kinds of things can happen. It could definitely be worse.
Absolutely. And that's my point. What I'm saying, like 3 weeks ago, I had little faith. I had little faith in what the federal government was going to do, and more faith in what some local races were going to do. It's completely flipped. Completely flipped. You know what I mean? I'm completely surprised. Again, the red wave that they was talking about, where they was gonna the Democrats was gonna take a shellac and we was gonna lose so many of these seats. But all of these people thought about the stuff that Joe Biden did in terms of the Affordable Care Act, the infrastructure, the chip bill, all these different little entities just kind of went into play. The inflation is high. I agree. It is. Gas super high. Food high, but that's not necessarily the president's fault.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In my opinion, I don't consider that to be the president's fault. I consider that to be part of this COVID situation that we had to deal with. Call it pandemic, whatever. You know what I mean? And we still here we is on a whole nother way with this RSV or whatever it is for the kids that's going around now, hospitalizing a bunch of children. So that's crazy. It's always something.
All right. So in other news, let's talk about Saturday Night Live.
Saturday Night Live with Dave Chappelle. My goodness. Wow, I enjoyed it. I personally enjoyed it. I thought he was spot on as always. You know, Dave did what Dave do. I mean,
Dave did what Dave does. That's right.
If you thought anything less than, and there it is. I mean, even what they were saying that the writers were talking about, they was going to boycott or they was going to walk out or what have you.
Yeah.
Here it is. But if you haven't had a chance to check the monologue out, please go online, check it out.
Actually, I'm gonna put it on when we're done. I didn't get a chance to catch it, so I'm gonna be very limited on what I'm saying.
Right, that's why I'm not saying a whole lot. I want people to tune in to it. You know what I mean?
But you know what? Whatever was not liked or liked, people like you said, Dave was being Dave. I mean, what else would you expect
I don't want
from him?
anything else from him.
Yeah.
I don't want anything else from him. I want him to continue to be doing just what he's doing and moving like how he's moving. He's respectful about it. I mean, that's what I'm saying. If you look at it, he did it the political correct way, but he threw darts directly at everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
At everybody.
Yeah.
That's what I like. That's the accountability I'm talking about.
Okay. All right.
That's what I'm talking about. So now listen, Marley. Number one movie in the country. Guess what that was? Wakanda Forever. Wakanda Forever.
Have you seen it?
No. So listen, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something really truthfully.
Yeah.
Right. I kind of knew it was gonna be a big movie from just I'm calling people on Friday, right? And normally I'm able to get through to people out. You know, I'm not. They shoot me the voicemail. Hey, send me a text. Blah blah blah.
You're like, what's going on?
Right.
I don't know about.
I don't even ask. So, you know, naturally, a few hours later go by, like, yeah, man, I was at the movies. I was watching Wakanda. I was like, damn, for real? All right, everybody. Another person called. Yeah, dog, I was watching Wakanda. For real? Then the camera was, I talked to one of the club owners. He was like, man, can you come here tonight? The DJ called off, and my bartender said she wasn't coming in. She want to see Wakanda.
Wow. That's awesome. That's a hell of a movement.
That's
a hell of a movement.
I'm trying to figure out dollars sent and dollars received, but okay, no problem. I understand. Hey, Wakanda Forever, go for it. I am not mad.
Wakanda Forever, it's awesome. I can't wait to see it. I'm not a movie goer.
Me neither. I'd rather be at home personally.
Yeah, I can't sit still that long.
Yeah, I want my break time. I want to be able to get up without miss nothing. You know. Sorry, I like all that. Yeah, all of that. All that. I'm going to get something to drink. Hold on 1 minute. I have my own break time, and I know it's close.
So listen, have you been to the movies since COVID? Have you been to inside of a movie theater to watch a movie since COVID?
No.
I haven't either.
I haven't.
But I wasn't a big movie fan prior to either. So I'm not shocked that I haven't, but
I like movies, but I mean, like, Fire TV came out with what I'm going there for. You know what I mean? I can do everything at the crib. I'm sorry. Y'all lost one. You know how, this is what I said with COVID. The people who liked it to go out and party, but were kind of germaphobes, now they definitely not going out.
Yeah, they're like, see,
forget about it.
Yeah.
Me, like you like the movies. I was cool with it, but I don't necessarily have to go there. I can stay at home and watch it.
Yeah.
And I'm just perfectly happy with that.
Yeah, but I think for kind of just so they can get the money from the box office, I think
no question.
And just support and see it in a theater.
And that's the understandable point. That's the reason why people are going, and I did go to the movie theater to see it the first time. So I ain't gonna say I haven't gone, but just that other extra push to be able to go.
Yeah, it's like the time.
I gotta go drive here, and then they say it's 4 hours. I think it's 3 hours or something like that.
Spend about $75 before you sit down.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And I can do that right at home. All right, so now to the sports moment. And I've been waiting for this part all day.
Drum roll,
first of all, can we have it for the 10-0? The 10-0 Michigan Wolverines. The 10-0 Michigan. We're going college football first.
Okay.
College football first. Michigan Wolverines 10-0 on the win. Put it down real strong. Shout out for my U of M fans. I did put a little question out there in the group if anybody thought about if Michigan gonna beat Ohio State. Speaking of Ohio State, coming up November 26th, we're gonna be at Bird Social Lounge. We're doing an official watch party, Marty, for the Michigan versus Ohio State game. It's gonna be a good look. We're gonna try to get some of them Ohio fans to come on in the building. Well, we got a bunch of them here in Detroit anyway. I want them to be at the party though. I want them to be there.
You want them to be there at the party?
I want them to be there at the party.
All right, y'all gotta come on through. Come on
through. Next up, how about them Lions?
Listen, all I know is I sent a group message, like bring home to win, and not even 2 seconds after I hit send, they won.
Well, Marley,
that's awesome.
Marley, as you know, we had the ultimate tailgate bus trip to Chicago this weekend.
Right. That part.
Right. Mm-hmm. Shout out to everybody that attended the bus trip. And for those who met us in Chicago and those that are from Detroit that live in Chicago who came out and partied with us the entire weekend. Shout out to each and every one of y'all.
I hate I missed it.
Marley, listen.
I hate I missed it.
Let me tell you something. We started bright and early Saturday morning. Shout out to my bartender, Shelly from Teresa's. I love you, little mama. Shelly was our bartender. Yes, she was there. Yes. She showed up at like 8 o'clock with 3 big ass jugs of, she said, jungle juice.
Ooh, I like jungle juice.
And green tea.
Ooh, my faves.
3 big ass jugs. I said, what are you doing with those?
That's awesome. She understood the assignment. That's what she was doing.
Did she?
She understood the freaking assignment. That's right.
Goodness.
Shout out to Shelly.
So, needless to say, the morning started with a bang. Of course, I've hooked up. We got music going. Our first stop was
You were not DJing on the bus.
Cut it off.
Were you?
We went crazy on there. Went crazy. Well, let me be honest. I cheated a little bit. I played a couple of mixes, but because I was tired. It's been a long week. Election. It was a lot going on. This is a whole lot. I'm drained. Like, really. I did that trip operating on probably about 6 hours sleep, to be honest with you. Crazy. Oh, so we did, we hit Firekeepers Casino. Shout out to Firekeepers. They invited us to come in and, hey, you guys come back next time. Sure, love to. Went in there, had something to eat. Made our way into Hammond, Indiana. Stayed there.
Really?
We went to a new liquor store since our spot in what's the name was closed down. Yeah. Shout out to Nick's Liquor.
Yeah, I go to Nick's.
Yeah. Shout out to Nick's Liquor. We went out to holler at them.
Okay.
So then we get to the hotel, get checked in. Everybody's on chill time. 6 o'clock, we up, wheels rolling. And we run into some more of our Detroit people. Shout out to Friends Bar and Grill over on 8 Mile Lashing Mark. Yep. Right. Kate, they always do their annual trip. So shout out to Friends and everybody from over at Friends. But we all happen to be in the same hotel, so that was a good look. We had a time to kick it a little bit. Yeah.
What hotel were you guys in?
The Holiday Inn Express.
Okay.
Yep, Holiday Inn Express out there in Hammond, Indiana. Shout out to them as well. That was a good look. We enjoyed ourselves. We had a nice room. nice and clean. It was quiet, except for our people.
That's far from Chicago.
Not at all. Not at all.
It's
like
like
going
at
from
least
here
an
to
hour, right?
negative. Like leaving from here going to Southwest Detroit.
Really?
Yeah, nowhere.
Okay.
Tell you, nowhere. It was love. Oh my God, it was incredible. And the liquor is cheaper in Indiana.
Oh yeah, it is. And the taxes too.
Yeah.
I got you.
So yeah, shout out to them out there. So listen, our first stop was out, and I got to give a big shout out to Black Cat Lounge. Black Cat Lounge. So
that sounds like a topless bar.
No, it's not. I was excited about it. I was excited about it when I first heard the name. I was like, "Ooh, what kind of club is that?" They was like, "Nah, it's a regular bar." But shout out to them. So naturally, you know, if you're not traveling often enough, you forget about the time zone difference between
Detroit
and
Chicago.
So, needless to say, I was a little bit late, you know, to the back tab, but they was waiting for us. Shout out to Denise and her crew over there, man.
I know you don't need no time difference.
Oh my good. Oh my no, negative. I'm on time. But that was really on the situation. But anyway, shout out to Denise and the whole team over there at Black Cat Lounge. We had a ball over there, great drinks. They had a food spread laid out. We needed it because we had already been drinking, you know what I mean? From there, we went to Renaissance Bronzeville. And shout out to my man Sean and DJ. Yeah, shout out to DJ World. DJ World, my man. We go back 100 grand. He been rolling when we've been hitting that spot a few years. And ironically, they just opened back up after COVID.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
this weekend?
Yeah.
Or
really?
They
have, I think they've been open maybe 2-3 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, so they shout out to my man Sean. I appreciate them showing support out there. Then we went to a spot I'd never been to before, which is called Rucker Cigar Lounge. Rucker Cigar Lounge, a nice little spot, what have you. By this time, though, things were starting to get a little blurry. Just a little blurry at that time. So just bear with me. Next, we had shout out to the 50-yard line. The 50-yard line. We got there a little bit late too, but that was because the beverages was going kind of good in a couple other spots since they was BYOB. Oh damn, that's why everything got blurry. So listen, Marley, the part that I've been really waiting on. Sunday morning, we get up and we're going to this spot called Society Cigar and Hookah Lounge.
Sunday morning. They was open Sunday morning.
This is where we're going to watch the game at, right? Marley, time we pulled up, I get off the bus. There's a couple of the Bear fans out front.
Yeah.
Oh, they talking cash shit.
Y'all was all in y'all lying gear?
Yes. They were talking cash shit.
Straight down.
So he comes to find out he's actually the chef, but he came on when he got on the bus or what I was like, he was there to tell us about the food or what have you. So I'm like, all right, bet. Then I heard the DJ inside say some slick ass shit like, yeah, y'all better hurry up and get that food for them Detroit niggas. Get in here, eat everything up. So I immediately went in there and DJ Squirrel, I heard you and I came right to you about it. DJ Squirrel, shout out to her.
I love it.
Man, but listen, Marley, when I tell you the vibe, the energy was incredible. We had an absolute ball. They had us set up in a room where we was on one side of the room and the Bears fans on the other side of the room. And every time somebody scored, we was kind of taunting each other. Man, it was incredible. Shout out to the Voluptuous Voluptuous Smokers. They were the ones who plugged me to that spot. I got to give a shout out to them. They're one of my Facebook friends. I got to give a shout out to Fat Ash. That's another cigar group that's out of Chicago. So the love was there on that side. Yeah, the love was there. It was crazy. Yeah, love was crazy. They was in the building. I got pictures for them. We gonna get that. I even had time to get the pictures and stuff uploaded on the page so everybody can see that. Shout out to them. Yeah, absolutely. Let me see one other people. Now, this was the home run play right here. This is when we took it home. Right after the game, we left there heading over to Family Den, where my man, shout out to Devo Entertainment, and my man DJ Malik Shabazz, which is one of the core DJ brothers. He's also one of them Noops. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Noops. I told him I took a picture and I was going to make sure I sent it to DJ Babe. But listen, so I had a 2-hour set over there. Me and DJ Darkman. We teamed up. Marley, when I got done, they was going crazy in there. The energy was so bananas. I mean, the owner, shout out to Melvin, owner of Family Den and owner of President's Lounge. I'm going to get there next year. I promise I'm going to make it to your spot next year. But shout out to Melvin. He came over the booth like, hey, he in house. Dog, I'm gonna bring you back, dog. I'm gonna need you down here, man, because you killing it right now. You killing it. I loved it. I had a ball down there, man. Shout out to everybody at the family did, the entire staff. Food was amazing. I had some pieces of barbecue chicken and rib in a long time, and it was all good, man. Shout out to them, man. That's what it
awesome.
is. Yeah. So
all right, so we got to make this shit bigger and better next year.
No, it's gonna be nuts. I got to give a shout out to DJ Raw also. Shout out to Team Clyburn. Big shout out to Triumph Charter Services. My man Roland, appreciate your support. My driver, listen, and I told her she was what they say, the unsung hero. For the first time, I had a female bus driver.
Really?
I said, you brought home the win for us, because we had a female driver. She was whipping that bus like it was nothing. I was impressed. I was like, all right. Shout out to Althea out there. Althea, appreciate you very much.
How does this go? Like, okay, so you got the bus. Like, just so people that are listening may want to go next year, right?
Okay.
So the bus took you guys everywhere you needed to go?
Every place we was going the entire weekend. Now, the beauty of it is, and how I set my trip up is, here's the itinerary, you able to pick and choose what you may want to do and may not want to do.
The bus driver or the people?
The people.
Okay.
But you're responsible for your own transportation from those spots to that. Anywhere the itinerary is got it listed, you already said you good. And you don't have to pay for anything. The only spot they had to pay to get in was at a cigar spot Sunday morning, which was $20 or buy 2 cigars. Great. Beautiful. Everybody.
But they had to pay for food, right?
No.
So you set it all up prior to you had every spot.
A couple spots had food for us already. There was one other spot that they were selling food for, but what they was doing was at halftime, or I want to say right after halftime, everything that they hadn't sold, they sold for $5. They was building up their plates, like whatever you want, $5. They'd have had a heart attack here in Detroit if they did that.
Wait a minute. So let me just make sure that everybody that's going to be watching understands this. So whatever your price of the ticket was, it covered your bus trip, the hotel?
No, the hotel is separate.
Okay.
But we had your room already booked for you.
Okay.
Yep. Room already booked for y'all. Once you buy your seat.
Good time.
Oh, amazing. And you ain't got to do nothing but sit back and ride and have drinks. You ain't got to worry about driving nowhere.
So where does the bus driver in Chicago park this big ass bus?
All the clubs got parking for us. They already know we coming.
Okay.
Well, we just park right up front.
That's what's up. In Chicago. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yep,
I'm guessing it wasn't downtown Chicago.
Oh no.
Okay.
We just throughout the outskirts of what happened.
Okay. All right, got you. All right.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that side of it. Ain't no fun that way like that. You know what I mean?
You talking cash?
Ain't no fun like that.
You know what? That's what's up. All right, that's what's up.
So yeah, that was a big weekend. I enjoyed it.
After the whole election, everybody just kind of needed a deep breather. Like break.
I needed it for more than one reason, but I definitely needed. Got my head focused now. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to rest yesterday, but I'm gonna get some time in later on this week where I can get just kind of map out the rest of the year.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right,
absolutely.
That's so you got big plans for 2023. You know, that's right around the corner.
Well, you know what? I do, and I'm kind of sketching them out. That's why I'm saying, like, I really need that. I haven't had that time to really kind of sit down and just kind of focus on it like I want to. Now that this trip is out of the way, I can really get to it now. So that's definitely the plan. Definitely the plan. I got to get that together.
Yeah, man.
Important.
Yeah, man. That's crazy. So you know what? I feel like such a lame. I don't even know. I don't have anything good to talk about.
She said I don't have anything good to talk about.
Look, your weekend was over the top.
Listen,
hey,
it was incredible. And I hate that you missed it, Marley. I mean, you know, we did the All-Star game, and I was really looking forward to it. I understand the prior obligations. That's a part of it, but you know, at the end of the day, it was a good look. It was a very good look for those who enjoyed.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. I'll definitely be there next year. That's a promise. That's a promise. And I'm gonna definitely help with everything else, whatever I can do.
We need that.
Yeah,
we need that.
I got you. I got you, bro. I got you. So anyway, back on point to the Good Dope podcast. What's some good dope this week, Penthouse?
Well, some good dope this week on the personal side. Craft Cannabis Club this kind of Thursday night. I told you we got to work that promo out for them, but Craft Cannabis Club Thursday night. Shout out to the Office Ultra Lounge. Oh, and you know what? I apologize. I was supposed to say this earlier.
Okay.
Thank you to Bird Cigar Lounge along with the Office Ultra Lounge as my official sponsors for the Ultimate Tailgate Experience. Thank y'all very much for your participation, man. I gave them they love while we was up in the club. Definitely did that.
Okay.
Definitely did that.
All right, that's what's up.
Yep.
So, like, what can a sponsor really look forward to getting? Like, if we were to go after sponsors next year, like, what kind of sponsors are we looking for?
Liquor sponsors always work. I mean, it's a bus trip, booze cruise, somebody a food vendor, cigar vendor,
Yeah.
somebody we tie along in life because again, the spots that I'm going to, that's what they're doing. And actually, at a society, they had a cigar vendor there, set up a black, and I have his card. Matter of fact, I didn't bring it. I'm gonna give him a shout out too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they want to talk.
Yeah, right.
They want to talk.
Don't call me back to back like that.
Right. They want to talk.
Yeah, so that's what's up. So
Right.
how's the Craft Cannabis Club going on Thursdays?
Craft Cannabis Club is going great. Actually, last week they did a box opening party. So, for the members who get their boxes weekly or monthly, they did it that Thursday. So it was packed.
Okay.
It was packed to say the least. And they had a ball. I mean, an absolute ball. They stayed till I think till 11:30 or so.
Okay.
Yeah, it was really a nice good time. But yeah, the Craft Cannabis Club is coming along great, man. I'm enjoying that. Yeah, nice spot for the for you cannabis enjoyers. It's definitely that kind of vibe, and it's grown folks on Thursday night. Ain't no kid stuff I'm playing, so know how I get down for it.
Yeah, that's what's up. All right, so what's next for you, Han?
Grinding. We in grind mode. That's it. We got to grind. Yeah. Any Christmas parties coming up? Exactly. Ding, 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 ding.
So you know what though? So there is a ton of Christmas parties coming up.
Okay.
I mean, there is just a lot of shit going on. We're booked. My company's booked like crazy with just different little corporate stuff. But to be honest with you, I'm just really ready to wrap up the year.
As always, yeah. At this time,
I'm really just ready to just get to it, man. Like for real.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about for next week. I'm looking forward to being off next Thursday. Actually, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just on the middle.
Where are you spending Thanksgiving? What y'all doing for Thanksgiving?
Nothing. I'm gonna be at home.
Yeah,
we're gonna have dinner. Yep, I'm gonna be at home.
Kick feet up. Yep. Watch the Lions again.
Look for my grandson to come through and bother me for a minute, and that's it. I don't need nothing else.
What's your favorite Thanksgiving part of the meal? What do you like the most? Is it the mashed potatoes? Is it the turkey?
To be honest with you, I'll just be happy for the meal itself. It's no particular part about it. I mean, I got that one time of the year where I enjoy a piece of honey baked ham, but I mean, outside of that,
okay.
It's food. I'm glad.
Pie, you went to the sweet potato pie thing. You went to the
I do. I like
and all that.
I do, but I'm not a foodie though. You know what I mean? Yeah, I ain't really a foodie. Like as long as the food is good, I'm straight. I can eat it and I'm cool. I can have leftovers. I'm good. I ain't really like that. As long as it's good, I'm gonna enjoy it, and there it is. I'll be like, oh, I can't wait to try that apple pie. Because I already know where I'm at. It's gonna be good.
Right. That's what's
Shout out to Mary's Pizzas.
Let's talk about Brittany Garner. You know they're moving her,
right? Yeah.
I mean, what's happening? Like, damn.
Well, unfortunately, in my opinion, she's a political pawn right now.
She is.
Yep. She's a political pawn. Russia is holding her because they know they can, and they want us to provoke them to do something.
Yeah.
And it's a real sticky situation, and people need to understand what they saying. The United States need to be doing more, and I agree, but I also understand the severity of the situation.
Yeah.
Putin just looking for a reason.
Yeah.
He know the only people that can take him down to be us.
Mm-hmm.
So he gonna hold that girl as hostage because they know that everybody talking about her. She's a pawn for him.
Yeah.
It's sad. You know what I mean? It's sad. I understand her making a mistake. I'm a marijuana user, so I understand her making a mistake.
It's a mistake, though.
You know what I mean? I do. I understand that.
Yeah.
But you in a whole other country.
Yeah.
They rule. They don't, and at the point you at a country that ain't really a friendly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta be on your toes.
But see, she comes home. What happens after that? You think she'd be willing to still play ball after that, or you think she'd just hang it up and do something different? Because I would be totally afraid to just continue to travel overseas like that.
Oh no, she definitely ain't going back overseas. She's traumatized for that. She'll never get back over there.
Yeah,
I don't see that.
Yeah.
As it relates to her playing again, that's really gonna come down to where her mental is about it. You know what I mean? I feel like she could be in a space where she don't want to be away from nobody and not go anywhere ever again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Which is messed up.
It is. But then, what do you do now? Unless she becomes a commentator or something like that. Mm-hmm. She's going to have to be able to figure something out. I can see her doing that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I could really see her doing that. Yeah, more than anything, I can see her doing that because there's gonna be some people who want to tell her story anyway. So yeah, but it's sad though. But I mean, yeah, you hear me? I don't want to leave the country. I'm scared they won't let me back in here. I know. Sorry,
they gonna hold you. They gonna hold you hostage.
Hey, anything subject to happen. I felt that way. Felt that way when Trump was in office for real. Like, oh no, I ain't leaving the country, man.
Oh yeah.
Ain't no telling who he gonna get mad, and they be just shut the borders off of anything. Goddamn it, you know.
And you
stuck.
Tom Hanks played called Terminal, right?
I never seen it.
Oh, you heard about it though, right? Yeah. Where he was. I didn't know it was a true story back then.
Okay.
But it's a true story. So he was stuck in the airport because he didn't have the papers to leave the airport.
Damn.
And because the airport is an international space. So do you know he lived in the airport from the 80s until like early 2000s?
No, I never heard that.
He lived in the airport. And then just this week, he died in the airport. He went back to the airport and literally just died there.
Wow.
Like, he lived in the airport for damn near 20 years.
Wow. So, I mean, did they know he was staying there?
Yeah. Because he couldn't leave. He couldn't get back on a plane to go back home, and he couldn't leave the airport because he didn't have the right papers. So he was there. They like, that's weird though. Like, you're telling me that there's nothing that could be done about that?
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Yeah, that's
he literally made the airport his home.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Send my mail to the airport.
I mean, yeah, it's some crazy that goes on in the world.
So, okay, let me guess. So he living at the airport, so I guess he works at the airport too.
I don't know if he had to do something to be
they let you stay there for free?
It's international space. I mean, what they gonna do? Kick you out?
Okay. If anybody know what the answer is to that, please let me know. I'm just curious. Because I
mean, for 20 years. Someone said it was 10 years, but it was longer than that because it was like late 80s to like 2006 or something like that. I got to do my fact check on those years, but it was definitely, a very, very long time.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want my plane to be delayed.
5 hours, right.
And have to stay at the damn airport, let alone 10, 20 years. Isn't that crazy?
Listen, I can't even imagine being in the airport that long. I couldn't even. No.
I mean, it's like, don't get me wrong. It's everything is there that you need.
I'm all set, thanks. I'm all set. I'm stuck in the airport.
Craziest shit ever, though. But it wasn't in America, so.
So he'll go outside.
No, he can't go outside. He can stand in the front and let the door open and get some fresh air, but he can't. Or if there's like a smoking area where like a little, but no, he couldn't.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy. So let me ask you something, Marlon. Back to some political stuff.
Yeah.
Today, Donald Trump is supposed to announce if he's running for president for 2024. What do you think?
Of course he's going to announce that he's running. Of course.
How is this even possible?
It's America and it's politics. And he obviously has.
How is this even possible?
He has a tremendous fan base that will allow this to happen.
He has good dope. They like his dope. They like his dope, Marley, they like his dope. 74 million people like Donald Trump's dope. We see what the side effects is, right?
Yeah, totally.
You see the side effects of these drugs. That's what. They keep asking about what the Good Dope podcast is about. I'm trying to tell you, there's different variations of good dope. You just have to identify it and recognize it for what it is. They all are drugs. And the reality is, you have people that like Donald Trump's dope. They've been buying it. They love it. They can't get enough of it. But they showing a difference, though. I can say that. There seems to be a crack in his armor. That he must be putting a cut on this shit now because his people is turning on him. He putting some cut on it or something. There's some cut on this shit now. Because they not fucking with him. They getting away from him.
Who? Who are you talking about?
Some of them Republicans has been riding with him. After this midterm flop. And again, with the nonsense, with all of these fools that they tried to put in office, none of them was qualified candidates. Like our people here. Yeah. They are qualified.
They're not qualified.
But you people voted for them.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Here's the caveat to all of that. Yes, he's probably going. We'll see. It's probably happening right now. He's probably going to. What time is he supposed to announce?
I don't know. They ain't said nothing.
Okay.
Or they said it, or I missed it. I don't know.
Let me ask you this: are you happy with what's happening with America right now, with our current administration?
That's a question I'm gonna answer like this, and you'll just have to accept that, please.
Of course I will. What am I gonna say? I'm a political police.
I feel like could things be better? Of course.
Yeah.
Am I confident that they're at least attempting? Yes. Do I think the Republicans play a big role in part of the reason why some of this stuff is not happening? Yes. Do I like some of the values of the Republicans? Yes. Mm-hmm. Do I like some of the values of the Republicans? Yes. Okay. Check. Okay. See, because here's the key. I'm one of the people I like, and I don't like to say I'm an independent. Mm-hmm. And not saying that I'm not, just saying I don't want to say I'm an independent. I want to say that I like the ideas from all sides if they make sense. Mm-hmm. That's all. See, I wasn't against Trump talking about a border. I was against the way he was talking about doing it. But if you understand, like we're saying, you can't just pop up in any of these other countries. They're going to know what you're doing, when you're doing it, and how long you're doing it.
How long you're going to be there. I think that the U.S. definitely needs order and structure.
Absolutely.
I think that we are far from that. And I think people really lean on our government to feel safe and secure. And I think that I'm like you, I'm for what's right. And whatever's right and whatever fits my family, fits my, our livelihoods and the safetiness of it. For me, I was very afraid when Trump was in office, only because I didn't know what was happening. It seemed like people turned to be very evil, and racism just was amplified.
And it has.
And it really scares the shit out of you.
Yeah.
Because it's like it's no order. And it wasn't very presidential as to how a lot of things were handled because we weren't used to a person like that being in office.
Absolutely.
So, were there some great things done? Absolutely. Absolutely. Because I think that it is a business and things does need to be ran as a business. And you have to have business sense to make things happen.
I agree.
And you have to have courage and guts and gumption to face other nations to make things happen. But I also believe that there's also a part of you that has to be the softer side to make sure that people feel comfortable. Everyone.
Yeah. Not too soft though.
Yeah, but not too soft.
Not too soft.
I got this.
Yeah.
Y'all good. So it's just like, it's the level of the disrespect and the level of, just the craziness of it all is what gave me pause.
You know what? And I think even for me, and I tell you personally, when I think about strong leaders, as a child, I looked at Coleman Young like that.
Coleman Young, yeah. He wasn't soft. He made stuff happen. He was fair.
And he was unapologetic about it.
He was unapologetic about it.
This is how I feel, this is how it is, and then going. He ran the city like that.
Yeah.
He ran the city like that. And believe it or not, that was the space that Kwame wanted to be in. I respect that. That was the space he wanted to be in. Just unfortunately, it was people around him and himself. They created different situations for him. But that's a whole nother story. I didn't want to go to topic for that, but I'm just saying that was, when I talk about what I see in terms of leadership.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Totally.
That's what's important, the leadership aspect of it.
Yeah.
Having that stern hand without necessarily being, a Putin, if you will.
Yeah.
Or Chin Lee or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not that person, but you got a strong enough grip where they understand what's going on and they respect it because you're moving like a leader.
Yeah.
not an idiot, but moving like a leader.
Yeah. It's about doing the job and having the respect from all.
Right.
They might not agree with what you're doing,
right?
But at least you have their respect.
Right. You ain't gotta like me, but you're gonna respect me.
But you know what I'm saying? So I think that's what I was looking for. It's like, don't make me feel frightened.
Right.
That I don't know what your next move is gonna be because you're radical. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to feel like we're going to be okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you're going to handle your thing.
I don't want to be worried about that.
But I don't want to be worried about the radicalness is going to destroy us. You know what I mean? So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll
see. That's why I'm saying I just don't understand how we're in a space to even entertain Donald Trump with all the open investigations that are open.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With everyone, it just doesn't make sense. And the thing is, I understand that we are uncharted water, but if we still working off the precedents that was set a gazillion years ago,
what are we doing? What are we doing?
I mean, I'm just saying, if we've been working off this shit since then,
right,
and we are in unprecedented water, well, then we better start getting into that water then.
Yep.
It only makes sense.
That's right.
You're right. We didn't have this before. You're absolutely right. So why aren't you taking the necessary steps right now? Right now, not tomorrow. That should be immediate. That should have been the shit that was at Congress immediately, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Hey, we got to stop this. This ain't never happen again. We just got to stop immediately.
Yeah. But
they don't want that.
I just think that we're those people. It just seems like everybody's corrupt. Everybody. It just seems very different.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It does. It seems everything seems very, very different.
It has been. Once he got in office and told the Oath Keepers to stand back and stand by.
Mm-hmm.
Stand back, stand by.
Yeah.
You let the genie out the bag.
Yeah.
It's out and it's dancing around. It's in the open now.
Yeah.
There's no turning back to that. But that's the part of saying that democracy is winning now.
Yeah.
Especially at the point, again, they was expected to take the Senate, the House, and everything.
Yeah. But then do what? Do you know what I'm saying? And then do what?
You already know what's what. They finna tear everything apart.
Yeah.
Abortion, your right to marriage, everything. It's all down the drain now.
Yeah.
All down the drain now. Period. It's a wrap. Forget about it if that happens. Luckily, we won the Senate. We kept control of the Senate. We trying to make sure that Warnock get that seat. Because if Warnock get that seat, then that means we got the majority.
Right.
Which is more important than any of the rest of it, because at the end of the day, what Kamala Harris is a deciding vote. Mm-hmm. Here we are. We got that opportunity now. Mm-hmm. Where everything kind of gets through the line a lot faster.
Yeah.
We're probably gonna lose the House.
Yeah.
We just ain't got enough people for that.
Yeah. So what keeps you up at night, Hen House, when it comes to your local politics?
Accountability.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think really and truly we could get away from this this alternative thoughts of what the world is and get to reality. Mm-hmm. If you gonna tell me I'm looking outside right now and that sky is red and I know damn well it's gray, mm-hmm. That ain't me, that's you.
Right. Can
we stop that? We need to stop that.
Right.
Let's just stop acting like it's not what it is. Come on, man.
Right.
You took this stuff to your house and you was supposed to. Mm-hmm. There's no law that says you do that. There's no magical close your eyes, wiggle your nose, do the bewitched, and they become declassified. I mean, they don't, right?
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
What's right is right. What's wrong is wrong.
That's it. I'm sorry. I hear
because it's you doesn't mean that it should be the rules should change.
There's no gray area there.
Yeah.
There's absolutely no gray area there.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. That's all. I'm not mad about nothing else. Yeah, hey man, the superficial stuff you're doing, okay. Money, whatever y'all do with that, that's fine. But dog, these Perkins, you ain't supposed to have that. Come on, bro. You know better than that. You know better. You ain't got a defense better than that. But the point about thing still is, they keep buying into that.
Yeah.
They keep allowing him to have time in court with that. Dog, here's the rules. This is what it says right here.
Mm-hmm.
Again, since we're working off the precedent that's been in place. It's the Presidential Records Act. It's been in place for how long? Okay, that's what it is. You can't have these.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we back and forth talk about what he can talk about, what's his and what's not? How is this even possible?
That's true. That's true.
How is this even possible?
That's true. That's true. That's true. Well, what I've learned is that, some rules are made to be broken by certain people, and some rules are you're going to get the book.
Right.
Make an example of it.
Right.
So
exactly.
It depends on who you are.
It depends on who you are, and that's the same about it. That's what I'm saying. It's
not fair across the board.
There's where accountability needs to be.
Yeah, and that's the part that sucks.
That's where accountability
really is the part that sucks. To be honest with you, it's like if it's not fair for this person, why should it be fair for the next?
That part.
Yeah, and it is what it is.
All right, so we continue once again the Good Dope Podcast. Yours truly, DJ Henhouse,
and your girl Marley B.
So Marley, let me talk about this real fast. All also, Takeoff's funeral was over the weekend as well.
Okay.
A lot of celebrities. Shout out to my man Aldo.
What city?
Down in Atlanta at State Farm Arena. State Farm Arena.
Wow.
It was massive turnout.
Wow, I would have.
The family had specifically requested that no cell phones or pictures were taken or used.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody decided to take a phone in anyway or slip one in and recorded Quavo giving his speech about Takeoff.
Mm-hmm.
Do
we have that clip?
I don't have it, but I'll say just the idea. And as a matter of fact, in the family, it was so many people were outraged when the person posted it.
Wow.
The family was like, man, you need to take that down. You know what I mean?
Wow, really?
It was a lot. It was a lot of backlash. A lot of.
What a jerk!
But ultimately, at the end of the day, I just want to say that was very, 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 very disrespectful.
Yeah.
Very disrespectful in that space and in that time. I could see you recording it for your personal memento. I can see that.
Like, what you think people are gonna just be thinking?
Yeah,
that's cool?
I can see that. I can see that. I can see you. I can see you recording the shooting or what have you. I can see that, and you retaining it so that it's some evidence, and it's something that if that's what you relate to, that's what you relate to. But that ain't nothing, in my opinion, that you should be posting.
Right, I agree.
You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want anybody to do that, and I wouldn't do that.
And so, did he take it down?
I believe it was shut down. There was a couple of sites that had took it down. It was like it was on the same.
They took it down. Yeah, it wasn't that he had whoever did it, he or she.
Yeah, so that was kind of crazy. What happened?
Well, they should have did it like I went to Kevin Hart's show at Essence Festival, and they made you put your phone in the pouch.
Plastic. Yeah. Well, see, that's what they said. They had. Well, see, I've been to State Fair Arena. I went. Matter of fact, no, not State Fair Arena. We went to where the Falcons play at. And we get there. It's for a few of us. They made all the women put their stuff in little clear purses and take it and put it in these lockers.
Really? Well, I mean, they have these pouches that everybody can put their cell phones in. They lock it, and you take the pouch with you. You have your phone, but you can't get into it. Right. So when you leave the arena, it's a little magnet. It unlocks it. You take your phone out and throw the pouch in like a little bit. So I mean, they have and it's a real quick system. Yeah. So I mean, I'm just shocked that they didn't do that.
Well, I mean,
and whoever came up with that idea, brilliant, because I mean, literally, like the comedians don't want you filming.
Right. Yeah,
so
exactly.
They, people, whatever, it ruins it for the next whatever.
Yep.
So, and it takes away money from them because it's like, I'm not going to see if I already saw it on somebody's whatever.
Exactly.
So they should have did that. And unfortunately, they probably felt like they didn't need to, that people would just respect what they require, not to record it. But y'all know y'all can't control folks, and they always want to do something, and it just don't make any sense.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But that's messed up.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's just what's really messed up is that he lost his life.
Yeah, more than anything.
Like, yeah,
more than anything.
Yeah,
not even 30 years old. That was more than anything.
I mean, for somebody else's beef, like the bullet didn't even have his name on it.
But you know what? I was saying too, like, yeah, think about it. It's been, you got him, Young Dolph. What's that other boy? Out of Texas that got killed. I can't call his name right now.
Mm-hmm.
Nipsey Hussle.
Mm-hmm.
It's been so many.
Mm-hmm.
So many. We ain't even talking about the bigs, the Ice Cubes, and so many others. The Scholar Rocks. I mean, we go back. It's like hip hop. It's an attack on hip hop. It's a dangerous job now to be a rapper. No matter where you at, what you doing, how you look.
Why is that though? Like,
because the culture behind it for so long has been based in a reality.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing about it. It ain't like this ain't what it is. It's been the same.
Yeah.
We grew up in these neighborhoods. We see the young dude, somebody getting money out here.
Mm-hmm.
He end up with jewelry on, this, that, and the other.
Mm-hmm.
He may start rapping. He trying to get out the hood, but he's still hustling. Grow up, we still got that same mentality of I'm still hustling. I got to keep this thing with me. I'm in those still circles because I still like to shoot dice. I still like to smoke my weed with my people.
Yeah.
They keep saying, yeah, you want to change your change your lane, but now you telling me I got to be fake.
Yeah.
And now you telling me I can't be who I want to be. And
yeah.
Even though you're right, you gotta change the circle, but I just don't know where that balance is for some people, and I'm not blaming him because it definitely wasn't his fault.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying, damn, he an innocent bystander. He here just enjoying life.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, though, it's like what some people were talking about as far as like they're at a gambling set, right? That's just what guys do. Like they just do that, right?
Right.
They gamble. But
like me shooting pool.
At the end of the day, you are circling yourself with people that don't have as much money as you. If they lose $1,000, they didn't lost their rent, where $1,000 didn't mean anything to you. So they really want their money back.
Yeah.
So it's a whole unwritten rule. Like you got to give a person an opportunity to play their money back, which you shouldn't have to. You lost. But It's like, it's a street rule, right? Like you got to, play back or whatever. But at the end of the day, you got to make sure that you're putting it in your circle is around the people that is like you, like as like of you, like the money, the whatever. And it's like, I think that there's so much jealousy and envy that rappers have around them.
Agreed.
And the support of, I always believe in try to figure out how to help somebody eat. Don't just keep feeding them.
Right.
Because they'll never catch up to you. But if you give them an opportunity where it feeds them self-confidence and they can figure out a way to make their own money, like that's better than giving them some money.
I've always said to the club owners, dog, I ain't asking for nothing. All I need is an opportunity and a place to work.
Yeah.
My dough good. I know how to sell it. I just need an opportunity to work it.
That's it. And
that's it. That's all I need.
Yeah. And then in the fact, in the moment that you feel those people around you where they're jealous and you feel those, you got to keep those people away from you. It's not saying you can't live your life.
But see, even with that though, here's a situation with as it relates to him.
Yeah.
Just here.
Yeah.
I'm in a whole nother town.
Yeah.
This is a VIP party.
Yeah.
God damn.
But here's the thing too, and I wasn't there, so I don't know, but he didn't have his own security. The place had security, but they didn't have their own security. So it's like at some point you got to recognize who you are, what you are, and protect yourself. Because at any given point, they were just saying that they didn't have any security of their own.
I would listen. I've said that myself. Ultimately, yeah, you got to know how and where you moving.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you got to make sure you got security. You just can't go into them type of situations
Yeah.
knowing what's at stake. And but my thing about it is, even from the level of here's not just him, his Quavo, period. Like, dog, come on. Y'all know what y'all doing, what y'all up against.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
Y'all know what y'all up against. When you moving like that, you gotta move a certain way. It's just that's just it.
Yeah.
It's an unfortunate side of it, but that's the reality of the situation.
It is an unfortunate side. It's like you can't have both.
Yeah.
You can't have both of the sides of the fence. You
Yeah.
can't be homeboy and rich and being able to, smooth with the celebrities and then go in the hood at the same damn time. Because there's always gonna be some petty ass somebody coming after you to wanting to get you. But that wasn't the case with this. Like literally, the bullet didn't have his name on it. But for the clear fact that whoever pulled the trigger felt like they needed to pull a trigger was a bitch ass move.
Right.
Like it just really was.
Right. The point more than anything, you accidental murderers.
Yeah.
Nas said it best: accidental murderers.
Yeah.
What you pulling for? You don't even know how to shoot.
Yeah.
You had no business with a gun in your hand. That's what you. That's the reason you should be going to jail, in my opinion.
Yeah. Man,
you pulled a gun out, you used it, and you didn't. You was reckless with it.
Yeah.
It's different if you going after your target. You hit something totally different, and you run.
Yeah.
And you run. Own it. Own that shit, my nigga. Own it. You did it. You know you did it. Ain't no getting around it. You gonna live with it for the rest of your life. Own it, dog.
Oh, they coming after you.
Own it.
They coming after you. It's like, at what moment do you just, man, I wasn't even thinking, like, it's too damn late for that.
Oh, it's too late.
Too late.
That's the point. It's too late. It's different if you hit another one, even though that family gonna feel it, but at least you got the person you was supposed to get.
Mm-hmm.
At least you got that one. You took an innocent bystander out. No, what are we talking about here?
Man.
I don't understand why he ain't already in jail. I'm trying to figure out the people who was there. It was only 40 of them. I'm like the police chief. Come on. Somebody knew what happened. There's no way. No way nobody has seen it. There's no way. I've been in clubs for 35 years. I've seen every shooting. Every one of them that went down by me, I seen it. I know who did it.
Yeah. I mean, how many people were in there? It didn't seem like it was
40 people.
Yeah. So come on now.
40 people. Y'all all in a close proximity.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody close by. There's no way. There's no way you gonna tell me they did.
The mere fact that you just felt like you needed to pull a gun out, because you was a sore loser or whatever the fuck transpired. It's like, that's the part that we really need to talk about. Like, stop going for your gun first.
Right.
Like, what about just handling some shit?
Knuckle up, dog.
Yeah, like just fighting the shit
Take
out.
that ass whooping and there you go.
How about just walking the hell away? Like at the end of the day. Like,
More than anything.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. So anyway, it's 12 o'clock. It's time for us to rock.
Right. Well, you already know what it is. Thank y'all for tuning into the Good Dope Podcast.
Good Dope Podcast. We're going to be back.
DJ Henhouse.
Back next Tuesday. And your girl Marley B.
Hey, listen, don't forget this Wednesday night, taking me out live at the Office Ultra Lounge, Sexy Lady Wednesdays, also the NBA edition every Wednesday night. And of course, Thursday night football live from the Craft Cannabis Club. This will be our last one before Thanksgiving, so come on out, get your party on. I think this week I'm going to do some old school, I'm going to do some old school rap this week. Yeah. Some old school rap.
80s, 90s?
Yeah, definitely.
That's
80s,
dope.
90s.
I'd definitely be there for that.
Yeah, slide through for a minute. 80s, 90s rap this week. We're going to go crazy for a little while. You know what I'm saying? Have some fun. Have some cannabis in your life. You know what I mean? It's 29 East Baltimore. Make sure you follow me on all social media platforms at DJ Henhouse. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us. Y'all have a great week, and we'll check y'all out next Tuesday, same time.
Same place.
You better believe it. Hey, and we was on time today. How about that?
Yeah, we were. I wasn't on point, but we were on time.